Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Network Chuck. Sorry I'm late today. Coffee comes first. I'm sorry. It wasn't ready yet. But yeah, so today I'm talking about my Reddit stuff. Now let me know real quick if you guys can hear me. I got some flack in Reddit for saying that kind of stuff. Speaking of Reddit, I don't check Reddit just because Reddit is normally kind of a negative place, a negative atmosphere. In fact, I think if you get any kind of following on the internet, don't ever go to Reddit. And that's just a thing that happens. Now I want to start off with this. I'm not upset with anyone. I'm not like down in the dumps. Like I know this kind of stuff happens. But the reason I wanted to make a video about it is, first of all, some of the stuff was just plain funny, and I wanted to talk about it. Second, there were some like legit things that I'm like, oh, well, I didn't realize people thought this. I might want to address that issue. I'm going to drink some coffee. I'm trying not to slurp. That was another complaint people had. Oh, okay, there we go. Now, real quick before we get into looking at Reddit, this live stream is sponsored by Path Solutions. I'll show you what it looks like real quick. It's something I've been playing with for a while. Here's the big thing. It's designed to help you troubleshoot your network super, super fast. It's all about total network visibility. And I installed this like 5 minutes or like 20 minutes ago. I already found that my network was like 1.2% degraded. Jump up to my network. It shows me all my cool stuff about all my cool things. I can look at, let's see if I have any issues in my network. It shows me immediately that I have an issue on this particular interface. Let's go to risks. It'll tell me any risks I have on my network, maybe, if it loads up. Doesn't want to load right now. But anyways, this thing is really cool. I mean, it's showing me all the errors I have on my interfaces right now. It basically looks at everything in your network, analyze. It's better than, I don't want to say it's like completely better than SolarWinds, but in a lot of ways it is, because it pulls all the metrics for all the errors for everything on an interface and gives it to you in a really pretty graph, so you can find issues really quickly. So link below for that. I'll be doing some more videos on it, but it's seriously an awesome tool. Anyways, on to Reddit. So someone posted my CCNA course. I'm doing a free CCNA course on YouTube in case you haven't heard, and they posted on there saying, hey, go check it out. And then immediately people flocked in there and started blasting me for it. And by the way, I will respond to comments and stuff here in a bit. I don't want to do it during the stream because, again, that's a complaint I had. So I'll go through a few here. You might have seen some in the thumbnail already. But I'll go through a few here and just kind of go through it. And I'm sorry if I'm kind of scatterbrained. I haven't had a lot of coffee, and I don't normally do this kind of stuff. And I do know that they're probably just trolling me, but again, some people honestly think these things about me, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I don't need everyone to like me. And I am fully aware that people are going to not like me. I'm not everyone's cup of tea or cup of coffee. I come on a little strong. I understand that. And let's look at a few things here. So again, somebody released, hey, Chuck's releasing a course, blah, 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 blah. And the first thing it comes up with is, does anyone even know what Network Chuck is doing anymore? At one point, he said he scheduled CCIE, then he started creating Docker, Linux, Raspberry Pi videos, then he quit his job at CPC Nuggets, and now he's going to study ethical hacking and scheduling the ENCOR exam, and now he's making a CCNA course. Weird dude. Indeed. I know. I am all over the freaking place. I want to address that real quick. The reason I am like that is because that's just me. Like that's what I do. That's the reason I love doing YouTube, because before, and I'll address some of these other comments here in a bit, but before I was a network engineer, very similar to what a lot of you are doing, and my primary focus was just learning my job to the best of my ability, and I love that. But I've always wanted to branch out and just do a ton of things in IT because I find it interesting, and I love making videos about stuff. So the reason you might see some of my stuff on YouTube, some of my content just being scatterbrained all over the place, that's my brain. that's what I love doing that stuff. And when I find something cool, it's just part of who I am to make a video about it, to create something about it and show it to you. So yeah, I'm learning ethical hacking because I always wanted to. That's just a bucket list thing for me. I quit CBT because I want to make more content for you guys here on YouTube. Yeah, I'm taking the ENCOR exam. I want to finish the CCNP. It's something I said I was going to do. A lot of things got in the way. Having a full-time job and doing YouTube is not, you don't get a lot of time left over from all that. So yeah, I want to finish ENCOR. And yeah, I'm doing a free CCNA course because I think the CCNA is one of the best IT certifications out there, even though sometimes I question it in other live streams. I'm just speculating. I'm speculating on future, but right now CCNA is the best IT certification, in my humble opinion, however worthy that is. And I need some coffee, dudes. God. And I want to create free content for you guys, and that's one of the main reasons I left CBT Nuggets is so I can create free content. And yeah, it was a scary jump for me. Yeah, I lost money. Yeah, so doing this is awesome. I love doing this. Anyways, I'll continue. And again, I'll touch on some comments here in a bit. So I like the next comment. He's never done anything except get through as a serious imposter. A few weeks ago, I said I was going to make a video being a hacker. All he does is study for certs, present himself as an expert, and make videos about how he thinks the world operates. Yeah, that's called a YouTuber. That's called, oh yeah, the next person says that. So yeah, that's accurate. Now I'll just kind of gloss over some of the dumb stuff, like it's just too wordy for a live stream. Let's see. Okay, so this is interesting, and I want to cover this. Just to point it out, not that I'm upset that anybody said this. Well, where'd it go? I zoomed in and it disappeared. Okay, doesn't change the fact that he barely has any actual real-world experience in anything that he talks about. That's half true, and I'll give them credit. Like when I talk about hacking, I've never been a hacker. When I talk about Raspberry Pis, I've never professionally done Raspberry Pis. Has anyone? But when it comes to network engineering, I've done that. I've been an engineer. I've been a voice engineer. I've been losing my voice here. Speaking of voice, I've been a senior network engineer. So I've done all that. I've probably have I always forget, like 5-6 years of hardcore experience in doing that. At one time, I've freelanced as a network engineer while being like I've done things. So like not to like say, oh, I know everything. I'm just I do have experience. I've done it before, and I would still be doing it now. I love it. Except for the fact that I think I'm better at this. I'm better at doing YouTube and talking and teaching. And it's what I really find that I love, as well as network engineering. So, I mean, for a while there, I was doing both. I had a full-time job as a network engineer, and I was doing YouTube, but you'd see a video like once every 2 or 3 months, if maybe longer, just because, if you're a network engineer, come on, you're busy, man. Like you don't have a lot of time. So I quit so I could do stuff like this. CBT Nuggets was a path for me to start doing that more full time, and now this is it. So yeah, I have experience in things, and it's not just network engineering. I've done a lot of VMware stuff. I've done Microsoft stuff, a lot of server stuff. Just in security, like I worked in a shop, like you know what I'm talking about. If you worked for a company that was like mid-sized to large, and if you're on the IT team, it means you just did everything. That was me. Like I was a domain admin on the network or on the Windows side. I dealt with VMware. I mean, everything that could happen, I dealt with it. And then I moved to bigger companies where I was more siloed and doing one thing. So I've done things just to put that out there. But again, like from the hacking, you're right. I'm not a hacker. I've never done it before, but I want to. I want to do it, and I think it's okay to document the process of going from being a complete noob to becoming a hacker. That's what I want to do. I want to show you how that process is, and maybe by watching what I do to get to that point, you could follow in those footsteps and figure out how to get a job. I want to actually try to become one. I want to actually hack. Obviously not full-time forever because I want to do YouTube, but I want to document what that might look like. I think that's pretty fun. So anyways, I digress. All right, blah, 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 more stuff. He's full of good stuff. He was a VoIP guy. Doesn't even have a CCNP. You're right, I don't have my CCNP yet, but I will. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't have CCNP experience. Like, when I was a network engineer, I never got my CCNP because I didn't need it. I was already doing the job. I was doing CCNP level stuff. I was getting job offers. Why would I pay for a certification if I was already advancing faster than I can handle it? Like seriously, like that. And there's a certain point in your career when you don't need certifications. You have your experience. And experience is gold. It's, oh my gosh, it's the best thing you can get. So if you can get experience and people are hiring you and they don't care if you have CCNP, they just want to know that you can do things and you can demonstrate that you've done projects. That's all that matters. So the only reason I started going down the CCNP path was because I was at CBT Nuggets and I'm on YouTube and I'm like, let's do this. And life gets in the way. But anyways, I digress. I am good at marketing. Thank you. I act like an expert, but let me just put this right. I'm not an expert at networking or DevOps. I just play with it. I know. Ansible, Puppet, Terraform, all that stuff's pretty new, relatively new, and it's new to me. I'll be honest with you. And the only reason I want to be a hacker is because the video I made using Raspberry Pi to do DNS spoofing got a bit of traction. 100% he doesn't have the chops to get his OSCP or OCSP. No, I'll be honest with you. I make content that you guys want to see. How do I know what you like? Well, based on the number of views my videos get, how many times you like it, or how excited you get when you comment. That's like I want to make content that you'll watch. Could I decide to become a CCIE and go down that path and start making like really intense, in-depth CCIE videos covering all the nuances of BGP? Could I do that? I think I could. I mean, I don't know, but I could try it. But you know how many people would watch that? Like 2 of you, because honestly, it's not that interesting for people to watch it on YouTube anyway. Like if I were to study, like if you get that far into the CCIE and you're studying BGP, it's going to be interesting to you. It will be at that point. But for most people, it's like, nah. So all 2 of you that would watch that, I'm sorry. But and that's really the thing with YouTube. People get mad at people like, oh, clickbait, this, that. They're making all these things. Well, if you are serious on YouTube and you're making YouTube content, like for my motivation is to impact as many people as I can. And if you look at like the Cisco certification pyramid, right? You got the pyramid, and at the bottom you have the CCNA, then it goes CCNP, and it's smaller, and then CCIE, and then they have like the architect at the top. Do they even still have the architect? I don't know, but that's how many, that's, I can't even talk right now. That demonstrates how many people there are that you can impact at different levels. CCNA, a ton of people you can impact. So that's my goal here on YouTube, is to make content that can impact the most people. And frankly, it's just a lot of those entry-level videos that impacts the most people. Making videos about hacking is exciting. And I make it exciting because I'm excited about it, but also in the midst of it, I want to trick you into learning something. That's what I want to do. And hopefully you take that and you go and maybe go down a more serious course where you can go more in depth. My goal every time is not for you to get rarely is my goal for you to get everything you need to know from my videos. My goal is to be the nitrous, that kick in the pants to get you going. That's what I do, right? What I try to do. Now, with my new endeavors, with the CCNA on this YouTube channel, I'm going to go more in depth, obviously, because I want to make content like that. That's what I want to make it freely available. But anyways, I think I answered that thing. Oh, and do I have the chops to get OSCP? Honestly, I don't know. I'm willing to try it. I don't know. And I think it'd be fun to see me try. If I fail, I'll keep going. Oh. Look, this is fun. Oh, this is good. I'm going to get some hate for this, but if he follows through with the CCNA course, it'll be the first time that he actually presents any useful information. His channel's great for watching his random crap, but aside from that, he really isn't doing anything. Now, I want to say this. To someone who is really far in their career, like you've been hacking for a while, you're a network engineer, you've been doing it for 10 years, you watch my content, you're going to be probably bored. Like you might have fun watching like me jump around the screen and be excited about coffee and stuff, but you're probably going to be bored because I'm not covering things that intellectually challenge you. I get that. I'm trying to get people who are new, who are having trouble staying motivated, who can't get into IT trying to get them going, because I remember how it felt when I first started, and I wish I would have had something like the people we have on YouTube now. This is amazing. David Bombal, Jeremy's IT Labs, Keith Barker, Jeremy Chara, Chris Titus, Lawrence Tech Systems, Linus Tech, all these guys, they're all amazing, and they were really around when I was when I was coming up. So to have all these resources that you can just, if you wake up and you're like, I don't feel like studying today, this sucks, you can pop up YouTube and get some motivation or learn something while you're getting motivated. It's so cool. So yeah, so maybe to this guy, I will finally do something useful with the CCNA, and that's fine. That's fine. That's his perspective on it. And I'm not saying my videos are like totally like, oh yeah, you're gonna get a ton of stuff from it. Again, the primary goal with my videos is to help you, and that doesn't always mean you're gonna come away with a ton of textbook knowledge. If that just means that you go away thinking, I'm ready to learn something, I want to study IT, I want to go deeper, that's what I want to do. That's it. Anyways, again, I'll check comments here in a bit. I'm gonna keep going through this. Oh, I love this comment. Genuinely, I love this. Yeah, he's just a social media guru masquerading as an IT expert. He's got to pay for all those kids somehow. You darn right I got to pay for all these kids. I got 4 of these monsters. It's hard to trust anyone with hair and a beard like that. That's true. I'm not very trustworthy. Nobody knows what's in this beard. Anyways, let's go through. Shilling as always. I hated this CBT material. Oh, ow. Now, I do want to say this. A large part of why my YouTube channel doesn't go very deep into topics, into IT stuff, is because I worked for CBT Nuggets. So the depth would be there. I would be producing courses that go in depth there. So Azure stuff, AZ104, AZ900, there. That's where I went in depth. Network automation. I did a whole course on CCNP collaboration, the CIP-TV1. So like in-depth, super configuration, theory, everything. Just in-depth package there. Left me no space to do it on YouTube. In fact, I really wasn't allowed to do it on YouTube. CBT would not let me put it on YouTube. So now that's the reason I left. So I could put this stuff on YouTube. So yeah, that's my main motivation there. Am I a cloud engineer? No, I've studied it, I learned it, and I have fun with it. You could always tell he seemed like a fraud in the beginning of his journey as a network engineer. Just didn't make much sense. And the videos he posted never really got beyond really basic stuff. Again, see the past previous comments. I was a network engineer, and I talk about basic stuff because really that's what people need. Again, I'll say this again. If you are advancing your career, I welcome you to watch my videos, but you're not my target. My videos are not for you. I'm not making them for you. Now, again, I welcome you to watch my stuff. I want you to. And you know what? The people who are commenting in there, get in there and encourage them. Build them up. Because the people who are commenting on my videos, I'm hoping are people who are getting inspired to start in IT. So instead of like dumping on people, help people. Like it's so easy just to help someone. And so take all that energy, that pent up energy, and go encourage someone. That's what I encourage you to do. Because there's a lot of people in IT who feel discouraged, who feel stupid, who just need that little pick-me-up. You can be that person. You can change their life. So, yeah, anyways, I'm getting on a soapbox here. So some fun language in here. Let me see. There's some good stuff here. So I apologize if I'm making anyone sick with my scrolling. Some good things about Jeremy Chara and family. Let's see. Oh, packet thrower. So I had him on the channel last week. I guess that means I won our debate. So we debated about CCNA, CCNP. Are those certs still worth it? And I was really hoping that he would give me compelling reasons they are, and he did. And he's right. He won the debate. And he said that because I'm making a CCNA course. So yeah, Donald, you're right. Bumble did it first. So what? Me and Bumble are... I can't even say it. 10 times fast. Me and Bumble are buds. Me and Bumble are buds. Me and David Bumble are going to be doing something cool soon. That's all I'm going to say. This guy was a pastor or preacher, so he knows how to motivate people. Actually, I was neither a pastor or a preacher, but I did try to be a missionary at one point. Didn't work out. My knee broke, and I had to drive home from Canada. Don't forget, it's free content. Yes, it's free real estate. And again, I appreciate everyone who jumped in here and just said nice things. Here's what I don't want you to do. People who want to go in there and say nice things for me, don't do that. It doesn't matter. Like, what these guys are saying is they're trolling, and that's fine. And I'm okay. Like, you know, all press is good press. I mean, even bad press is good press. I'm okay with that. Put your energy somewhere else. I'm just addressing this because I think it's funny. But I also think it gives me a chance to address maybe some things that you were thinking, that you're not going to take the time to bash me, but like, what the heck is Chuck doing? So that's the only reason I'm doing this, just to bring to light what's going on up here. Anyways. I love this stuff. Yep, I was going to be responding to this. Thank you, Master Killer. I posted this on Twitter, Instagram. He's a professional lumbersexual hipster wannabe. I might make that into a t-shirt. I love that. It's fantastic. Now, I do agree with this guy. Don't consider Network Chuck a legend. I wouldn't consider myself a legend. I'm just a dude on the internet who likes talking about things, and sometimes people listen. Totally okay with that. And you know what? Sometimes I am clickbaity. I'll be honest about that. And David Bombal is absolutely a rock star. No doubt about that. The dude's a freaking legend. Why do you think I like him and work with him? I do want to talk about the clickbaity thing real quick. I was watching a video by Mark Rober. I'm sure you guys have seen him. He's the guy who like does one video a month, and he does like all these physics things. Like, he did the Ninja Warrior squirrel obstacle thing. He does so many cool things. I was watching one of his videos last night where he was talking about, he was kind of addressing the same thing I'm addressing to you now. Some of his videos, the thumbnails are clickbaity. Some of his titles are clickbaity. And a lot of the introduction to the video is very like, pop, pizzazz, get you excited. And maybe just a lot of filler content. But then when you get deeper into the content is where you find the meat. And this is what he says. His intent for his content is to trick you into learning physics. That's what he's trying to do. The flash of pizzazz up front, then he gets you in there and he teaches you something. That's my goal. A lot of people need that motivation, that kind of, hey, look at this really, really neat thing. And then all of a sudden you're learning networking before you know it, you're labbing. That's my goal with any of my videos, that at the end of it, you're sitting there labbing for a few hours and you're like, whoa, where'd the time go? That's my goal with any video. So that's kind of my motivation, is to trick you into learning something. Yeah. Anyways. Okay, so I think that was pretty much it. And now there was another little Reddit spiel over here. Someone saw all this stuff and go, why all the hate for Network Chuck? And this got a lot of love too. Let's see. Okay, so I do want to talk about this. I thought that this was obvious, but maybe not. I don't know. I was put off by him because he seems to have a handful of videos titled, "You need to learn this now," or "Take your CCNA now," but hardly teaches you anything technical. So why do I do that? Oh wait, CCIE for me. I need to trick you into learning content is a ridiculous excuse. I see your comment, bud. No, it's not an excuse. I'm not trying to. Okay, let me backtrack. It's not an excuse. It's a reason. I do the clickbaity stuff because on YouTube, frankly, that's how people find your videos. It doesn't matter how great your video is. If you can't make it marketable, no one's gonna find it. That's just how YouTube works. If you don't have a thumbnail that people click on, no one's gonna click on it, and then no one will see the content you made. So I'm not going to put effort into a video that I don't think people are going to watch. That would be stupid, right? Like that, as a person who makes video content, why would I make content that no one's going to watch? That doesn't make any sense. So I do everything I can to make sure that I get eyeballs on a video. And yeah, you might call it clickbaity. I don't ever like. I think the true definition of clickbait is like where you're like putting something on a thumbnail that has nothing to do with the video, or it's it's totally like, oh, I'm going to do this thing, but then you only did like half of the thing and you tricked everyone. I don't do that, I don't think. I may have, maybe I did it one time, I don't know. But genuinely, generally I try to advertise what I'm actually going to show you. I might make it really, really flashy and use words, but generally it's going to be this. So when I say like, you need to learn this right now, I did it on one video, maybe 2 videos, and I was like, should I keep doing this? Because I get it. It's clickbaity. Maybe I was making people feel kind of stressed out, and I made a video about that. The reason I was doing that is just because after that, it's just because I felt it was kind of meme worthy. Like, it was kind of mean. Like, I don't think people are taking me seriously. It was just a buzzword clickbait title. You need to learn this right now. I thought it was kind of becoming a series I have. Like, in my mind, thinking I'm going to make a series called You Need to Learn This Right Now. And it'd just be some random stuff that I wanted to teach you that, you know what? Really, you don't have to, in reality, you don't have to learn it right now. But if you learned it right now, it would definitely help you. So, for example, if I made a video, you need to learn Python right now. Do you really have to learn Python right now? No, you don't. But if you learned it right now, would it help you? Yeah, that's my motivation with this. So you can learn it right now or in 5 minutes or 20 years. I don't care. That's my motivation behind that. Now, let me know. Should I keep making titles like that? I don't want to stress you out, trust me. I just thought that people are catching on. It's just kind of a funny thing I do. Maybe not so funny. So let me know if you don't want me to do that anymore. Totally okay with that. Let's see. He's in it for that YouTube money, which is why those headlines are designed for. Clickbait. Can I tell you all a secret? YouTube can make a lot of money, but it also can't. So, if I wanted to make more money, I wouldn't have quit CBT Nuggets if I was in it for the money. Straight up honest. I would have kept making the same type of videos I was making, make a lot of content for CBT Nuggets. Say if you want to watch my stuff, $60 a month, go watch it. I was making good money. YouTube, it's freaking scary because anything can happen. It could change overnight. So, no, I'm not in this for the money. The only reason I make the titles and thumbnails I do is because I want you guys to watch it. That's the only reason. And again, you have to satisfy the YouTube algorithm. That's just how it works. I don't know if I talk about myself a lot. Let me know if I do. I don't know. Ding, ding, ding. He's a motivational speaker for entry-level network admins. You know what? I'll take that. I'll wear that. Hardly teaches anything technical. Maybe. Some videos are mainly just inspirational and motivational. Yes, and for the most part, I was only allowed to do that when I worked at CBT. So expect more technical stuff coming up fairly soon. There's more fun stuff. Oh, this is fun. He has an ineffable quality that I can't stand. I think his videos impose the idea that you must learn all these new tools to be successful, and that's harmful to newcomers. Agreed. I don't know what my quality is that you can't stand, but again, everyone has different things they like about people. But yeah, let me know if you want me to not make these kind of things if I'm hurting you. I don't want to hurt you guys. Because honestly, I don't think he's as knowledgeable as he claims to be. If he was, he would have more valuable content. You guys know me. I don't think I could try to come off as like, oh, I know all this stuff. In fact, I deal with imposter syndrome like crazy. Sometimes I just feel like I don't know enough at all. I don't even deserve to be up here talking. That's how I feel most of the time. Because it does take a lot to make a YouTube video. Like, all your YouTube creators you watch, like, man, give them a like today. Go subscribe to some people because this is not easy. It takes a lot. And each video can take days, hours. I mean, it takes so much to do a video, and then a live stream is hard. Like, live streaming is hard. I remember I was so scared to start doing this, and it took a long time for me to get used to it. And even now, even to this day, I get nervous pressing that button to go live because you never know what's going to happen. Is my stuff going to break? Is it not going to work? Is my door going to open today? Like, there's so many things that can go into it. Where was I? Oh, I I want you to call me out if I'm like trying to make it sound like I'm smarter than I am. I'll be transparent when I don't know things. And honestly, half the time, can I be honest with you guys? Half the time when I'm making a video, it's something I've just learned, and I got excited about it. That's all it is. Half the stuff I make content on is stuff I just learned, and I will do my best to learn everything I can about it to make sure I'm telling you everything right. Am I going to say everything right the first in that video? I hope so. I hope so. Do I mess up sometimes? Heck yeah. And I get called on it all the time. Like when I made my Wi-Fi 6 video, the Wi-Fi community ate me alive. It was fun. that was actually pretty funny. I enjoyed that. So yeah, I'm going to make mistakes. I am. Just like you will. And I want you to call me out on it. Like I want you to tell me so I can fix it, correct it. And I'm only as knowledgeable as the last thing I learned. I guess that's all I got to say on that. I digress. Every time he takes a sip of coffee, I lose it. All right. That was for you. Now, for real, I'll try not to do that too much. Do I giggle? I don't think I giggle. I'm actually doing it right. I think I'm giggling right now. And I'm not going to stop that. That's just me. If you're annoyed by that, I'm sorry. Okay. He barely using. Okay, so a lot of the same things over and over and over. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you, Mr. Packet Thrower. I'm not as technical as Mr. Packet Thrower most of the time. Yeah, if you want to get real technical, go check out Packet Thrower. Someone post his YouTube channel, please. That'd be cool if you guys shared that with him. I think that was pretty much... Oh, his videos are mostly self-promoting spam. I would say they're spam. And not self-promoting. Like I'm just trying to get the word out about things. Let's see. Yeah, so it's really... I used to watch him quite often until I figured out he's a Nickelback of network admin YouTubers. I think that's pretty funny. I like it. You know what? Nickelback made bank, so I'm okay with that. Have you? Okay, this is something I need to figure out. Have you heard his annoying entitled laugh? Worse than Michael Jackson. Huh? Is this entitled? I don't know what that means. How a laugh can be entitled. How do I picture an entitled laugh? Like, I don't even. I'm not gonna even try it. I don't know what that means. Do I have an entitled laugh? Let me know. I'll try to fix it. I don't want to make anyone feel like I'm entitled. I love this comment. I hate Network Chuck because he convinced me to get a CCNA, and now I have a better job, and I can no longer complain about it. He ruined my life forever. I hope I can ruin all of your lives like that. Consider them ruined. Because he's no expert of anything. He hate to be a hater, but he's like 95% of the people on social media, internet, just trying to make a buck off his name. Hey, it's a living, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I'll be honest with you. I do hope I make money from this because it's what I'm doing full time. But it's not my primary goal. Like, again, if my primary goal was to make money, I would have stayed at CBT Nuggets and did that. If my true primary goal was to make money, I would have quit CBT and, sorry guys, got like indigestion or something. I would have put all my courses behind a paywall and not given anything free away. But that's not my primary goal. My primary goal is to provide value. I see the value that I can put out there, and that's what I want to try to do. If you guys don't like it, that's fine. I'll just do something else. Like the guy said, I'll move on to my next gig. But my goal is not to make money. It's not. Anyways. I think I'm running out of stuff here. I was going to make this one short because my wife told me to. Someone gave me some flack about my beard. Can I tell you something about my beard? My beard has become part of my brand, so I'll probably never shave it. But the only reason I have it, the only reason I grew it in the first place, was because my wife told me to. And after I had it, I did try to shave it. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of hot. Summer hits in Texas, like that's stupid. My wife said no. She likes it. The haircut, my wife likes it. So you know what? Tough. She's the boss. So that's why I have it. Da, 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 da. So what's really cool, I love you guys. A lot of good stuff in here. So shout out to all you people who can win there. And again, I don't want you to go do this. But shout out to all these people who went in there and did it. So yeah, I think I got to the end of all the stuff I wanted to talk about. I'll go through and answer some questions here in a bit. But yeah, I just want to reiterate, I'm okay. Reddit doesn't kill me. I probably won't check. I'm not going to check. It's not healthy to check Reddit, so I'm not going to. But someone told me, hey, you should go check Reddit. I'm like, why? Well, they're talking about you. Okay. I made the mistake of listening, and I went and looked, and I just thought it was funny, and I wanted to bring it up. And they made some good points about maybe I do seem kind of all over the place, and I wanted to answer some of those things. Like, let me tell you, maybe I wasn't being clear about my direction with this channel. What am I doing on this channel? I am going to continue to make the content I love making. So maybe it's clickbaity, but that's how I feel about what I'm making. Like when I make a video about Raspberry Pis or hacking, like I'm hoping I convey how I actually feel, and I want people to watch it. I want people to enjoy it. I'm going to make more technical content. So to address the issues of, oh, it's not that technical, oh, it's all fluff and theory and all that, I'm going to have more technical content. That's the reason I quit CBT, is to do this, to put more technical content on my channel to provide more value. My hope is that I can give you resources that you'd have enough to where you don't have to go and pay for something else. That's my hope. So if you're just starting out, and I remember how this felt when I was selling toilets, and I was, gosh, we had our first child at the time. We were newly married, and we had no money at all. No money at all. Paycheck to paycheck, maybe. And yeah, deciding to get into IT and then trying to pay for training, super hard. So I know there's so many people out there like that. So gosh, if I can provide value like that on YouTube, just to here, like you don't have to go pay for something. Like maybe this will help you out until you can pay for something. That's my goal. Anyways, I'm gonna go see if I can find some super chats here real quick. Chad, thank you for the super chat. Let me see if I can throw them on the screen real quick. Last time this wasn't working, so hopefully I can get it to work now. Sorry, again, it's kind of a new program I'm using, and I want to make sure I'm using it correctly. Is it going to come up? Yeah, there it goes. Cool. Now, but I can't see the rest of it because it's kind of cut off. Shout out to Chad. There he is on there. Heard you say if you saw someone do videos like on STP and stuff, you'd hire them. I took your advice, and I'm sure they are not very good, but after doing 2, finally got a network admin job. That's awesome. That's amazing. So if you don't know what he's talking about, I'm going to assume this is what he's talking about. I tell people nowadays the market's competitive. It is everywhere. Even if you're going for something in IT that we need people, it's still competitive. How do you set yourself apart? Dude, make some YouTube videos. Do some demonstrations, because half the things I interview for, I've interviewed people, I've hired network engineers, I look at their resume. I can understand where they are technically. When I bring them into the interview, I have 2 goals. Verify their technical aptitude, and then see how they are as a person. Can they communicate well? Do they mesh? Like, how's their personality? Would they mesh with my team? And some people don't. So having a video where some of your personality comes out and you're demonstrating technical ability, man, removes a lot of those barriers. Totally does. So if you can do anything to enhance your resume, do those out of the box things. Like seriously, if I were starting, I gotta make a video on this, a series maybe. If I were trying to find a job right now and I had no experience, what would I do? What Chad did, because that's amazing. Fantastic job, Chad. Anyways, I'm gonna go try to find these other super chats that disappeared. I know I saw a few in there. Thank you guys for all that. YouTube kind of makes them disappear, and they don't make it easy. Come here, super chats. Oh, someone asked about my video wall. Let me go throw this up there. Why is my voice cracking like I'm 13 years old? Okay, I'm going to throw this up here. Mr. Heath Dotson. Please tell me how you made your wall look like that. Love the first video on the CCNA course. Thank you, Heath. I wasn't sure how people take that. Can I be honest? Oh, and he wants to see more of Cameron. I'm terrified of making a CCNA course just because it's one of those things I've talked a lot about. It's like I better make it good. So a lot of pressure on me. So I'm gonna do it. And what I'm asking from you guys is be brutally honest with how it is. Tell me if you don't like it. Tell me what things you want changed. I want to make the best course I can. And how do I make my wall look like that? So I actually had my brother and sister-in-law, so shout out to Audrey and Nathan, help me create this. It's basically just boards, wooden boards nailed into the wall, and LED strip lights that I can control with Alexa. So let me, oh, she heard me. I'm trying to change the color real quick. Alexa, change studio wall to green. There it goes. Yeah, so it's cool. I like it. It's kind of design I had. Alex is asking about CBT Nuggets and how they pay. I can't tell you. I'll throw your chat up there. I don't want to give any NDA information, so I won't. I can tell you that it was a great job. It really, really was. So leaving it hurt my heart. But again, I had bigger motivations. Here's another fun one. More coffee sipping. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, you know what? That might just be a thing I have to do. Come on live and just do a big sip. Take that, Reddit. I only got a few super chats to go through here, so not too bad. Oh, wait. It's not pulling it up. It's from Peter Bonner, and I want to get your name up there, Peter. He said, got A+, Network Plus, CCNA in progress, thanks to me. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Your channel, thanks to the channel for info direction, then I decided at what next. We have Udemy, CBT Linux, ACA for online education. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I can't replace them. I can't replace CBT. I can't replace Udemy. Like that's why they're there. But I will do my best to provide as much free content as I can for you guys. Got another super chat from Kevin. Thank you for the super chat, Kevin. Ignore the haters and keep up vids. A year ago, your content got me down the path of a network engineer and didn't even know how what a VLAN was then. Isn't that cool? How you look back on where you started and you're like, gosh, I didn't know what a VLAN was. I barely knew what an IP address was, and now I'm like configuring enterprise networks. Like that feeling is one of the best feelings ever. Anyways, thanks for the super chat, and that's awesome that you got started in network engineering. All right, I got one more super chat to go through, and I might go through and just answer a few questions here. And oh wow, I've almost been on for an hour, so my wife is gonna be mad at me. Thank you, John Bear, for the super chat. Thanks for being a super study coach. Yeah, I could take that badge. CompTIA 1002 is scheduled for next week. Thanks for always being there when I need a good pep talk. Grind time. Good luck, John. Gosh, getting that first. That's the A+, right? Yeah, the A+ 1000. They changed the numbers so much. I'm gonna look it up now. A+ 1000. Yeah. So you're doing the second exam? Is what I'm seeing? Yeah. Cool. I remember finally finishing the A+, because the A+ is a bear. Taking that first exam, and then you're like, yes, I did it, but I'm only halfway there, and I have nothing right now, so I have to finish it. And then finishing that second exam is fantastic. So I think that's all the super chats, guys. I apologize if I missed any down below. Welcome to the membership, Joseph. And yeah, Network TV, Network Guy TV, love it. Let me throw your name up in lights here. Sending now. So I have a question to ask you. Is the CCNP CCIE score, which is the security core cert, worth going for? What are your thoughts on it? And also, what type of lab gear would you need? So I honestly don't know much about SCORE beyond the fact that I think it's very similar to how the CCNP security was. Is it worth going for? Well, yeah. If you're, CCNP security was one of the best certs out there for security-minded folks, especially in network engineering. SCORE is the replacement for, the bulk of it. Yeah, it's going to be valuable for you. Heck yeah, especially if you're in security and you want to become more of a firewall person or someone who deals with firewall amp kind of products, stealth watch, all those things. Yeah, very valuable. For lab, that's where it gets tough because so many of the products are hard to get your hands on. I know you can get an ASA. You can get the virtual firewalls, the virtual ASAs. But then beyond that, it's difficult. So being like working for a Cisco partner is valuable because you can get your hands on things. But you would need your hands on with all the products. That's where like DevNet would be helpful. But I don't know if DevNet has all those products up there. So yeah, getting your hands on AMP and everything would be kind of difficult. So that's one of those certifications where half the battle is getting your hands on the stuff. But if you can get it, go for it. Go for it. So yeah, you would need hands on with all that stuff. Let's see. I've got a super chat from Jake M751. Let me make sure I throw you up there. Bam. Okay. Where'd it go? Is Tor valid? Could you do a more in-depth video on Kali Linux, please? So, 2 questions, I think. Is Tor valid? So, if you don't know what Tor is, it's the onion router. It's the gateway to the dark web, or one of them anyway. Is it valid? I don't know what that means. It's definitely a way to get to the dark web. Will it protect you? I've heard that even the FBI can track you in Tor now, and people can find you in Tor. I'll have to do more research on it. Maybe a video on the dark web. Can I do a more in-depth video on Kali Linux, please? That's kind of part of the video series I'm doing now on the CEH. Any of these hacking courses you go down largely focus on Kali Linux and the tools involved. Now, what's funny about Kali is the tools using Kali Linux. I almost spilled my coffee. Got to refill just because I almost spilt it. Most of the tools using Kali you can find, or you can install on any version or distribution of Linux. So if you wanted to download Ubuntu or even Raspbian on your Raspberry Pi, you can install all these Kali Linux tools. I can't think of some now. Yersinia, the Harvester, Nmap, all these other tools you can just download anywhere. But yeah, anyways, I will be doing more Kali specific stuff here soon. William Murray, thank you for the super chat. You had to ask this, dude. Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that? How is studying for ENCOR going? I scheduled the ENCOR. I wasn't gonna tell people because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm taking it here and then, yeah. So I'm taking it July 17th, right on the deadline of when you could get the half off thing. Studying's going okay. I'm gonna ramp it up here in a bit. Again, I know people give me crap for not having my CCNP, but I did pass the switch, the route. I haven't really touched too much. Some of the SD-WAN I'm pretty good on. But anyways, it's going okay. Is my stream bouncing out? It better not be. I got gig internet here. All right, I got a super chat from Miss Heather Smiles. Always good to see you. Throwing you up there. She says, your videos have been a positive impact on me. You are passionate about what you do. You make learning fun, and your videos help me when I need motivation. Thank you for everything you do. I'm so proud to be a member. Thank you. That really means a lot. And you summed up what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to make it, really, I'm just like being me and getting excited about stuff. You can ask anyone that knows me in real life. I'm the exact same in real life. So, yeah, that's just what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get people excited. That's it. So thank you for the super chat, Heather. And if you want to join the membership, join it to help me kind of do what I'm doing here. But if you can't or don't want to, that's fine. That's fine. I'm still going to make great content for you. All right, let's see. I hope I didn't miss any super chats. Yeah, so I've actually got to go, guys. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for hearing me reverse rant about Reddit. It's, again, not a big deal. I just want to talk about it because I thought it was funny, and I thought they brought up some good points I wanted to address. What am I doing on this channel? I'm making content for you guys that I hope will help you. And if the second it doesn't, let me know and I will shift. I will change. Yeah, and I just saw a super chat come in from Alvaro. Let me make sure I don't skip you. Let me get you up there. Send. Thank you, Alvaro, for the super chat. Where'd it go? Here just to cheer you up. Keep doing what you love to help those who appreciate it. You never know whose life you're going to change for good. Thank you, Alvaro. I appreciate that. And that's true. Like and I would say the same thing to you guys. Like, I started this YouTube channel back in 2014. You can go back and look at my first video. I've got a very, very small beard. and I'm talking about how excited I was to be studying for my CCNP. I had a bunch of lab equipment. I was actually at work. I was in our back room where we staged a bunch of our switches, and I was like whispering. And I remember my team was making fun of me because they saw the video, and they're like, they always come around me, like whisper to me to make fun of me. But yeah, I started this channel to just inspire people to help people. That's it. And really just to document my process, to like see where I've come from. And I didn't know that, like, I never thought, like, I remember thinking 100,000 subscribers, I'll never, ever get to that point. If I do, I don't even know what I do. Like, that's amazing. So now, like, I'm over 300,000, and I did not expect that, and I don't deserve it. It's just amazing. I'm just blessed. But I want to challenge you guys. Like, you never know who you're going to impact if you start making content, if you start engaging in community. So, like, I've got a Discord channel you can get in and start helping people out with. Get on Reddit, encourage people. Get on LinkedIn. Just make a few videos. Why do you think I like doing YouTube? Because I can make one video that encourages thousands of people. And to be able to do that is like a blessing, a crazy blessing. That's why I quit my job, because I'm like, I could keep making videos on CBT Nuggets, and I would hope they'd be good and they would help people. But like this many people compared to YouTube that has the massive reach it does. And that's so again, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I would encourage you guys just to, you never know who you're going to impact. If it's just one person, like that's huge. So yeah, just start taking what you get, turn it around and give it back. And I'm running out of juice here. Coffee's wearing off. And thank you again to our sponsor, Path Solutions. Again, I'll be making more videos about them soon, but they're awesome. They help you troubleshoot your network and find the issues like that. They have this cool thing. I guess I'll show it to you real quick. Let me pull it up again, because it is stinking cool. And this will be the last thing I do before I come off the stream here. If you go to like, they have a thing called Gremlins. And Gremlins will identify any weird things going on. So it'll basically analyze things in your network that are kind of like anomalies, things that you would have to like kind of troubleshoot and do a bunch of device hopping to find the issue. This finds it like bam, right from the get-go. So it's similar to what you would find with network automation tools like DNA Center, but it's like a lot cheaper. And this thing's great. So I highly recommend it. They got a bunch of other tools that, I mean, I've got NetFlow and all kinds of crazy stuff here. Again, it identifies issues, which is crazy neat. So I just put it in my network. It's still scanning and analyzing. I'll add more stuff to it to see what it finds. And I got one more super chat. I don't want to leave you hanging, so I'm going to jump on this real quick. I lost my other screen. Where'd it go? There it goes. Thank you from, or is it BY? BY? You make great vids. Please keep making them. Thank you. And I'll try. I always get nervous when I make a video. So, one question. I'm just seeing this and I want to answer it. Mr. Power. Many people say CEH is useless, bad. What is your opinion on that? Please say it's really important. I'll tell you this. I don't know. The reason I'm going down the path is so I can give you an informed answer. What I hear from a lot of hackers, people who do pen testing, who are professional pen testers, they say that it's not as valuable as some of the other certifications. Some might even say worthless. While I do see when I do job searches, the CEH show up on a lot of job searches. So I don't want to say it's conflicting information, but I think it's worth me going down to see what it's like. So if I could take the hit of like the crazy exam price, which is $1,000, and just see if it's worth it, I'll take that hit just to be able to tell you guys, yeah, it's worth it, or no, that's stupid. Go get the OSCP or something. That's what I'm going to do. So yeah, I wish I could tell you a definitive answer right now. I can tell you this, the content seems solid so far. And I know there are jobs who look for this, and it has a DoD certification, so it has that going for it. Jose Guzman, thank you for the super chat. Keep making great content. I will. Thank you so much. Anyways. Oh, I appreciate this comment. Chuck is a poser. This ain't a super chat, but I'm going to throw it up anyway. Chuck's a poser. Prove me wrong by getting your CCNP. Challenge accepted. Well, I'll try to get it anyway. We'll see. Oh, someone's asked to change my wall to match the color of my shirt each time I do it. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. All right, guys. I stayed on longer than I meant to. Oh, you guys keep giving me super chats. Okay. I'll answer. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Seriously. Jazem Joe says, can you please do your videos similar to Professor Messer when he follows the syllabus and CompTIA? Yes. In fact, I'll be honest with you. When I was at CBT and I was making content, I would look at Professor Messer, and he's on YouTube and he's making all this free content. I'm like, I was telling my wife, I'm like, that's my goal. I want to be able to do that. I love what he's doing. He's doing such an amazing job. I even reached out for a collab, and we just kind of lost contact. We never did anything, but he's doing something amazing. And I'm like, that's what I want to do. And that was like a year and a half ago. So to be doing this right now, like that's what I want to be doing, was my dream. So this is it for me. Like, I love this. So yeah, I'll be doing more stuff like that. All right, I'm gonna go before it's before I get any more super chats. Seriously, love you. 7-second CCNA, yes. Love you guys. Seriously, you guys are amazing. Again, let me know if I have a entitled laugh or if I slurp too loud. I'll try to be respectful of your ears. That's it. I will catch you guys later, I think. Yeah, here we go. Bye. for you guys who just stayed on and watched until the end, me and David Bombal will be doing something pretty cool next week. Kind of a surprise announcement. So just for you people who stayed till the very end, you're going to know it and no one else. I will be looking out for it next week, and it's going to be pretty cool. That's all I can tell you right now. But thanks for hanging out for the rest of the time. And good to see you, Richard. And that's it. Get some rest and get some good study time in. And I'll see you guys next week. Later.